Title: The Wisdom of Simpleton Springs by Wisdom Chronicles. In the heart of America, nestled among rolling hills and vast fields of golden wheat, lay the quaint town of Simpleton Springs. It was a picturesque representation of 1950s America, a place where the pace of life was as steady and predictable as the ticking of the town hall clock. Main Street, the backbone of Simpleton Springs, was lined with essential establishments: Johnson's Diner, where the aroma of fresh coffee and baked pies perpetually wafted through the air; the Starlight Theatre, boasting the latest Hollywood marvels; and a kaleidoscope of family-owned shops that seemed untouched by time. The town thrived under the warm glow of post-World War II prosperity. Men in sharp suits and women in polka-dotted dresses strolled along sidewalks, while children zoomed past on bicycles, their laughter echoing down the streets. Classic cars, polished to a mirror shine, cruised leisurely, their drivers nodding in acknowledgement as they passed familiar faces. Homes, each with a well-manicured lawn, stood proudly, a testament to the American dream realized. The heart of Simpleton Springs was its central park, a verdant expanse that served as a communal canvas for the town's emotions and aspirations. Here, oak trees stood like wise old sentinels, their leaves whispering secrets of the past and hopes for the future. The park was where the community congregated for celebrations, from 4th of July parades, bursting with patriotic fervor, to high school football games that drew crowds, unified in their support for the local team. It was a symbol of the traditional values that bound the townsfolk, a shared belief in hard work, family, and community. Yet beneath this idyllic surface, currents of change swirled. The world was transforming, and even the sheltered haven of Simpleton Springs couldn't remain untouched forever. It was in this setting that our story unfolds, centered around a young man named Tommy. Tommy was the embodiment of the town's youthful spirit, bright, energetic, and filled with dreams that reached beyond the town's borders. Yet, he found himself wrestling with the expectations of his community and his family. The town's traditional norms, once comforting, now felt constraining to him. His heart yearned for self-expression, for a life painted with broader strokes than those offered by Simpleton Springs. Tommy's days were spent attending school, where he excelled academically and participating in community events, often with a sense of detachment. He found solace in the little things: the taste of a strawberry milkshake at Johnson's Diner, the thrill of watching a movie at the Starlight, the tranquil nights spent gazing at the stars, contemplating his place in the universe. The arrival of the Harrison family in town marked a subtle yet significant shift. They were unlike any other family in Simpleton Springs. Mr. Harrison was a university professor, and Mrs. Harrison a civil rights advocate. Their presence brought new ideas and perspectives, gently stirring the still waters of the town. Tommy was drawn to the Harrisons, particularly their daughter Lily, who shared his passion for literature and art. Their conversations often revolved around topics that were seldom discussed in Simpleton Springs: the burgeoning civil rights movement, the evolving role of women in society, and the exciting new genres of music and art emerging across the country. The park, once a symbol of unity, now became a metaphorical battleground for Tommy's internal conflict. He loved his town, its people, and the security it offered. Yet he couldn't ignore the call of the world beyond, a world teeming with possibilities and challenges. His conversations with Lily only fueled this inner turmoil. As the seasons changed, so did the mood in Simpleton Springs. The town was slowly awakening to the winds of change. The once clear-cut lines of societal norms began to blur. Discussions at the diner, once focused on local gossip and football scores, now occasionally ventured into debates about national events and social issues. Tommy's journey of self-discovery culminated one starry night at the town's annual summer fair, held in the Central Park. Surrounded by the familiar sights and sounds of his childhood, he realized that the wisdom he sought didn't lie in eschewing his roots, but in embracing them as part of his larger journey. His love for Simpleton Springs, with its traditions and values, would always be a part of him, but it would not define his entire story. As he stood there, watching the fireworks illuminate the night sky, Tommy understood that his aspirations didn't have to clash with his heritage. Instead, they could coexist, each enriching the other. He envisioned a future where he could explore new horizons while staying true to the lessons and love he'd received in Simpleton Springs. The story of Tommy in Simpleton Springs is one of growth, understanding, and balance. It's a tale that mirrors the journey of countless young souls navigating the complexities of identity and belonging in a world on the brink of transformation. Simpleton Springs, with its manicured lawns and oak-lined streets, continued to thrive, slowly adapting and evolving, just like the young man who once found himself at a crossroads beneath its starlit sky.